is a monochrome, an intermediate between the black and white. It's the color of the sky right before it pours. It's also the color that I've been constantly living in. I live in a grey bubble that I did not voluntarily create, but now I can't leave it. I'm too afraid that it'll pop. Everything I do requires an additional effort to not set my heart into an overdrive. Even the smallest things can act as a trigger, and something in me will respond to it, like clicking on a large blaring red self-destruct button you see in cartoons. Anything can put me on edge. It can be friends, a casual hangout, dinner with family, or something as basic as going to the library alone, or even a simple task of asking for an extra ketchup packet from the McDonald's. It usually feels like sitting inside a cardboard box and breathing in an unbreathable space for hours together, knowing that there's a way out, that you just have to force your way out of the cardboard, but still sitting still, thinking that your efforts are in vain, not letting yourself try because you're too anxious of the results, just listening to your rapid heartbeat and hoping to the lot above that this passes over like it did last time. It's all in your head. Stop making a big deal out of this. Just get over it. I've heard them all, over and over again, from friends and family and even strangers who have no idea what is going on inside my head. A random leak in the system and everything just floods out for days together. There's no way in and there's no way out. My only response are my fidgeting fingers who won't stop drumming against the cold wooden desk, even though I know that that girl sitting on the next table has a test tomorrow and that she wants me to stop. Even I want to stop. I really want to. I want to be in control of my erratic heartbeat that thuds even louder at the thought of somebody hearing it. Can they hear it? Do they think it's weird? Do they think I am weird? Am I weird? Why am I anxious? I have no answers. I think before I type. I erase 100 times. I rewrite, check and double check and still end up hitting that backspace button because I'm nervous. I know the person at the end of that phone, but I don't know myself. I don't know when these ants in my belly will subside. If they reply, what should I say? Where does that conversation lead to? I just can't stop thinking.
Sometimes it's too much for my body to take. Even my body retaliates and I experience dizziness, nausea, and paranoia. There have been times that I've confidently walked out of a door just to be inside another, curled up in a ball, puking my guts out. How is this normal? It isn't, but it's real. Anxiety is real, and just because you choose to not see it doesn't make it disappear from my life. It's a deep-rooted illness that I have struggled with to put a name to understand and live with. Anxiety is not something that can only be treated with medicines, as Elohim says in her song. I don't want to be dependent on synthetic medicine that keeps me calm enough to sleep but kills me softly when I'm weak. It requires love, patience, and most of all, acceptance. Every day of my life is filled with my own struggles, but I hope to overcome them. but in my own time.
I'll glare right at the sunset and face my insecurities. There's no point in running. I'll get help as much as I need because I want to be better, because this life is too beautiful to be spent in worrying. I'll try to cope up because right now there are sirens blaring in my head, singing of death and despair. But no, they have had their singing for too long. My mind won't be a prison anymore. I'm not weak just because I have anxiety. I'm going to deal with the issues underlying my anxiety, find out what's causing it to flare up, how I can solve them, than continuing to be a victim. To all the people with anxiety, don't dread her visit and work yourself up. There's a reason she visits you from time and again. Sit down, talk to her, breathe in and out, and in and out. She's just a messenger telling you to mend those cracks inside the walls. Take her advice. Fix yourself.